You already know what time it is. We in the business of hurt. What's happening?
Yeah, it's time to shine. Yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. Man, they ain't hearing me. Hold on. Yeah, it's time to shine. Yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. But we come on the scene, y'all better respect us. We play chess to hurt. We don't play no checkers. We get paid to hurt people. Y'all about to witness, cause we are the hurt business. Yeah, you already know who's coming. If you're scared to get hurt, you better start running. Run up, get done up with a spirit like Lashley. Get balled up like MVP, don't at me. Either pay dirt, cause it's all about Benjamin. Upgrade to platinum, thank God for excellence. Don't make Alexander check y'all with a lumbar. Might as well tap out a submission, all bar. Wait a minute, rewind that back. Don't make Alexander check y'all with a lumbar. Might as well tap out a submission, all bar. Or get locked in the hurt lock, get jacked up. Wanna do business with us? Nah, back up. This is grown business, we will hurt you with our suits on. Put the work in and tend to be very hands-on. Pay us and go let the losers keep losing. All I gotta say is business is booming. Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. Man, they ain't hearing me. Hold on. Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. But we come on the scene, y'all better respect us. We play chess to hurt, we don't play no checkers. We get paid to hurt people, y'all about to witness, cause we are the hurt business.
I'm about to hurt lock till his heart stop. Super kick to the face, then his head pop. I be the MVP, people envy me. I got a spirit waiting for my enemy. Yeah. All the belts we taking, these chicks see the money we making. Get the big bag, the odds been mad. Put your body in Lashley, chin back. Snatch up gold, smack up foes. Handsome, we fresh head to toe. Tailor-made suits for my troops. You want a truce? Ego boost. My job to hurt people, you're feeble. Get jackknife like Diesel. Flo Nelson, break both arms. Use them as my good luck charm. Wine and cheese at Trattorias. Watch you up in my arena. Fold you up just like a pizza.
Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. Man, they ain't hearing me. Hold on. Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. But we come on the scene, y'all better respect us. We play chess to hurt, we don't play no checkers. We get paid to hurt people, y'all about to witness, cause we are the hurt business.
We hurt people, pick them out, we pack them up. And we don't do it for free, we do it for a fee. We pack them up early. With the syndicate applying pressure, hit you with the tiger knee, head get severed. Never been a rat, but I get that cheddar. I'm handsome, your bitch get wetter. Spitting that propane, that close range. Tailor-made suits that sharp like blades. Square circle, gotta catch that fade. Break your rib cage, then get paid. LP and me don't act right. Shit'll get dark like it's midnight. Choke you out your windpipe tight. The kryptonite's like you lost the fight. I hurt people, burn lethal. Marijuana that'll make it turn evil. Every single dollar that I earn legal. Every single op I hurt feeble. Got your whole squad under pressure. Mercenaries for that cheddar. Syndicate is on that hut. Pick 'em out, we pack 'em up. Got your whole squad under pressure. Mercenaries for that cheddar. Syndicate is on the hut. Pick 'em out, we pack 'em up.
We drop people, 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 we drop people. This hurt about to be syndicated, cause this beat down is premeditated. Fuck with me, you'll get obliterated and have your career eviscerated. I'll have this whole thing orchestrated, put a hand out, you get decimated. I'll have your whole life devastated. If you play with us, you'll get terminated. We back in business, we don't need the fame, but we got the checks and we got the dames, and it's in our blood and it's in our name. The Hurt Syndicate, we changed the game.
We back in business, we don't need the fame, but we got the checks and we got the dames, and it's in our blood and it's in our name. The Hurt Syndicate, we changed the game.
We
got your whole squad under pressure. Mercenaries for that cheddar. Syndicate is on that hut. Pick 'em out, we pack 'em up. Got your whole squad under pressure. Mercenaries for that cheddar. Syndicate is on the hunt. Pick 'em out, we pack 'em up.
We drop people. We drop people. We drop people.
Y'all thought this was sweet,
We
huh?
drop people.
Nah.
We drop people.
See,
We drop people.
what y'all fail to
We
realize,
drop people.
business
We drop
was
people.
booming.
We drop
But this
people.
hurt. Just got
We drop
syndicated.
people. We
By
drop
L.R. the
people.
Sandman.
We drop
And Ron
people.
Pierce.
We drop people.
We back.
We drop people. We drop people. We drop people.
One, two, 1, 2. Tell me what's going on with you. I'm opening up the floodgates early, B. We're not wasting no time. Let's get it, B. We all over the place today. Got Dynamite playing right now. You know, we got to catch up with a few stories. Opening up them floodgates early. Tyler, Black Star, what the do though? What's goody? You know what I'm saying? If I ain't said the last time, I'm going to say it this time. Pow! Right there. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Got my dude Black Star in the building. Black Star, what it do though?
Nothing much, man. How you been?
Busy as fuck. And only going to get busier. I ain't mad though.
Like, what do you want to talk about first?
Hey man, Street Profits, B.
Yeah, like I was kind of surprised that they won the tag titles. To be honest,
I'm not. That shit was that it had to happen, right? TKO.
Yeah, I mean,
Yaramina.
Yummy.
Talking about Street Profits real quick.
but
Street
they won.
Profits, 5-time tag team champions.
Yeah, they the new tag champs. Fine, thank God. I do think it's weird that they had them win the belts before the pay-per-view, but whatever.
Yeah, that part was weird.
Yeah.
On a PLE that's called Night of Champions, but hey,
Did you catch the Heyman interview on Van Vliet's channel?
I saw a little bit. I saw a little bit of it. I do think it was interesting what he said about AEW.
Yeah, like he basically called Tony Khan. I think it was like the like he called him like a wolf or something like that.
He said AEW was like a better version of ECW, which got me thinking, was Heyman trying to turn ECW in 06 like AEW?
I think so. You could tell by the way that he was moving that with his like young talent initiative, and Vince basically told him to fuck off.
Sheesh, man.
No, but like, what would be the funniest thing ever? Speaking of Vince, what would be the funniest thing ever if Vince bought TNA?
Oh God.
I know it won't happen.
Yeah, because remember, TNA still got that. They still got a deal going on with WWE. They're not gonna let Vince do that.
Yeah. Like but I think like WWE has first crack if it goes on sale.
That's like the most logical thing that's gonna happen. They're gonna end up buying their library and may take some of the rights to their pay-per-view names, turn them into PLEs.
Like I'm thinking that if WWE doesn't buy it, I think the more buys it.
Blade was goody. Mo, how you been, my dude? Was good. You know what I mean? It's cool that the Knicks won the chip. I'm not mad at that. You know, that doesn't mean I'm gonna be a Knicks fan again. It's not that easy.
Yes, that man says that he owes him two. One small problem. Jordan was around, so you weren't getting shit to begin with.
Like, I think it's fucking ridiculous. It took for Danhausen to have these dudes finally win the championship, but that's neither here nor there. Shit, goofy as hell though.
You have two small problems. You had Jordan and Duncan. You wasn't winning the title with those two around.
Two? We had Reggie Miller.
Yeah, Reggie.
Yeah,
Shaq.
Fucking David Robinson.
Y'all thought Carmelo Anthony being on the team would make a difference. Jesus.
What you mean, y'all? You in this shit too, motherfucker? He said, y'all.
I ain't in this.
No, I'm talking about TKO.
I'm talking about the Knicks. I'm talking about why did they think he was going to make a difference?
He tried.
Did he?
He thought he was just gonna
he
take over the whole team.
He
tried to be Jordan. It's like, you're my dude. You're not Jordan.
You're not even. You're barely top 5, my guy.
Now, Melo successfully bullied Jeremy Lin into the Charlotte Hornets.
Remember that whole thing? Linsanity.
Jesus.
As soon as they figured out how to lock this dude down, it was a wrap. Because he was doing this damn thing. Because that jumper, remember, he did that float over jumper that was hard to defend.
Then he employed the full court press.
It was a wrap. After that, it was like, oh, we see what you be doing. All right. He tried to switch it up and try to rush the paint. I'm like, okay, like he was scared to get hurt. And that's when they got his ass. They was like, yeah, you're not scared to get hurt, huh? Now we're going to fuck you up in the paint.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw Dwayne Wade on Jeremy Lin to start the game, I was like, yeah. That's over. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But I've been hearing some rumors. I mean, you guys were hearing the same thing. That the Hardys might be in All In.
Give me a second.
Give me TKO.
What happened? What happened? Yeah, I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was hearing rumors that the Hardys might be at All In to replace FTR.
That the Hardys are going to be at All In. Jesus Christ.
Like there's supposed to be a TLC match. FTR is not going to be in it because FTR is out for the rest of this year. So since that's the case, who's going to replace them? The Hardys might do it.
Oh God. I know that, but why would the Hardys go back after?
Since technically they don't. Is that like that WWE, aka NXT Nashville, is like they kind of have rights to where they go.
And the Hardys ain't going back to AEW.
It's a possibility. I mean, who the hell knows?
Is it though? I mean, they kind of fucked up a little bit because they actually blamed TK for their failed tag team run. Like, bro, blame your brother for that. Number
Jeff
one.
Hardy was dancing to the ring while his brother was getting his ass whoops.
No, damn man, look at the last match they had. They won, they beat the Young Bucks, and Jeff Hardy randomly went through the crowd and did a whole 360 back in the ring. I'm like, what?
Oh shit. Kenny Omega shooting a promo.
But this week's gonna be an interesting week.
Hold on, wait. Kenny Omega, he cutting a promo.
Just a little bit, but yeah, Young Bucks just won. Zack Sabre Jr. just beat Jack Perry, but
this dude over here rocking a Stranger Than Heaven shirt. They're really gonna have Tupac in that shit. What? Like
wait,
they're gonna have
what?
Tupac as a sensei or something
Yeah.
like that.
When I saw that review, I laughed so hard.
Yeah. I'm like, man, look, it just looks so stupid. Let's really be real.
Good Lord.
And you know this dude Snoop, he owns. I guess he owns some of the when it comes to Pac likenesses and all that shit. He still had to ask permission. But it's like, what are we doing with Pac? Pac as a sensei?
That is a stupid idea.
Yeah, like exactly. He had to ask permission and shit. Like his sister and Pac's family, whatever the case may be. He had to ask permission, and they gave him the the green light on that, and put him in that Stranger Than Heaven movie. Video game. And it's like, why put him in that? I would have put him in Grand Theft Auto or some shit. You got Grand Theft Auto about to come out. Put Pac in Grand Theft Auto.
Imagine this. You're not going to put out a disc. You're just going to put out the code for you to download the game. But like, oh, good Lord, what are you doing?
Sure. Yo, my damn HBO Max is... I don't know what the hell to deal with this shit. Is y'all shit buffering too?
I don't got HBO Max. I just watch it on TBS. So
yeah, I'm just waiting for the TBS airing of it.
Yeah.
Well, they got They brought back Red Velvet. That's pretty cool.
It's like 5 feet tall.
Let's talk about Athena real quick, man. How badly they're fucking it up.
Wait, hold on. Tyler was asking you something.
Queen Aminata.
He's asking who's just when nobody knows his source, Tyler. He just randomly says it. But go ahead, Black.
Nobody knows. Like I think I told you, and like you kept it a secret. I'm still not going to reveal it.
Oh, they're doing this They're doing this. They're going to decide who the new TBS champion is next week. That's what's up.
Iron Survivor, right?
Yeah, they got 4 people in it. It's Chris Statlander, Sheeta, Persephone, Harley Cameron, and the winner of this match is going to be in it.
Why can't I just do it tonight?
Because they got too much going on. They got to focus on Forbidden Door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's on Sunday too.
Yeah.
Slightly open door.
Well, the winner of this match is going to be the next one in it, either Red Velvet or Queen Aminata. So, and I'm guessing they're going to decide the last participant on Collision. So, we'll see.
But, like another thing is that Santana and Leon Slater, that's pretty much a done deal. They're going to WWE once their contract ends.
That's for sure. Which is going to suck for TNA because they've been your aces for like a good year or two now.
And the details of New Day's contract came out. They were getting paid $2 to $3 million a year from WWE. WWE wanted to knock out 1.5.
What?
Don't
Wait,
know
what's the source? You know you gotta send that source.
Ooh,
no,
you know you gotta send that source, B, because if that's true, I'll be on the same type of time New Day is on. Like,
no, that's what I was told. I was told in a phone call that was the amount they were making.
Shit, Black Star, the fuck out of you! Are full of shit.
I'm gonna text him right now to confirm everything that I just said.
Oh my god!
and I'm gonna tell you what I'm texting. Okay.
So this dude Mo
Is
said
the New Day contract?
Hold on, wait, hold on.
Okay.
Blake, this dude Mo said he'll Blake pull up on SmackDown. Has she had 3 months full of vignettes?
She has not. And then she did that.
Now.
And then she did that one little backstage cameo with Chelsea Green, which they completely ignored.
Ooh, hot.
They completely ignored that. Don't know why.
Seafood was good. Pardon me, y'all. I'm eating. My food is hot as fuck. And fucking HBO Max, yo, man. You know what? This is what I'm talking about, right? This is what I'm talking about with AEW. What if I was a new watcher of AEW? What if I was a casual and I wanted to watch AEW for the first time? This is ridiculous.
It's buffering still?
Yeah, crazy.
Damn.
Try move your VPN to England and try that My AEW app.
See, here's the thing though. I shouldn't have to do all of that.
True.
You know what I mean? I'm on HBO Max. I should be as clear as a whistle. No buffering, nothing. But go ahead, Black Soul. What you gonna say? Appreciate y'all hitting the thumbs up, babe.
Yeah, that's what Tyler just said. He said that to just get a VPN. But yeah, but I just texted him. I wrote down, is the New Day contract $2 to $3 million from WWE, and WWE wanted to take away $1.5 million from that contract, right? He hasn't texted me back yet. That's what I was told. I was told that New Day had a $2 to $3 million contract for the team, both Austin Creed and Kofi.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. If that's true, I would have fell back too. They bogus as hell. Sit there and try to pay me. If they're getting paid, what you said, $2 million,
2 to 3,
2 or 3. Okay, the most you're gonna pay me $1.5 million. Nah.
So what's crazy is that, especially after you promised me that this money, literally at the ahead of time,
yeah, because remember around the time they just re-signed.
Yeah, now which only proves your negotiating skills are terrible.
And that when they sign to AEW is going to be for the same amount, that $2 to $3 million.
Well, they won't be getting a pay cut. That's the thing. They won't be getting a pay cut. Remember, you just said Chica Hill offered them a pay cut, so that means they was only going to get a 1.5 mil.
Yeah, 1.5 each.
Which is barely half of what they would be making.
Because they make $15,000 per when they go to conventions, you have to pay them $15,000 to for them to appear.
My thing is this: it just came in bad taste. When you want to give these motherfuckers a pay cut, well, you want to give Triple H and Nick Khan raises. For what? They did absolutely nothing. The fuck is Nick Khan getting the raise for? Only thing he ever did was bring R-Truth back. And look what happened with that.
That and the TV deals. Nick Khan is responsible for every single TV deal that they have right now.
I'll give you that.
Like then a Danhausen, he's making a shitload off merch.
Hell yeah.
He doesn't need to wrestle again. That's how much money he makes off merch alone.
Tell you that shit. Him uncursing the Knicks. Man.
He's basically the king of New York. That's what he is. Oh my God. Saturday's main event. He's going to have the biggest and loudest cheer of the night.
He just might. Like, he just might.
Danhausen and Spike Lee about to be set for life when they come to the Knicks.
Cleveland, he's about to get Brett booed when he comes to Cleveland. Because Jesus.
Sifu said Tony Khan at least honors his contracts. Only way that he cuts someone is that they fucked up really bad. Yeah, that's definitely a fact. Tony Khan, he definitely hates firing people.
Yeah, the only person that he actually fired is
Punk.
He didn't even fire Punk. Nah, Punk quit.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, I think Punk quit. He didn't fire Punk.
Well, then I think who was it? Phoenix?
Not even him. Not even Phoenix.
Quit.
I think he did.
Phoenix quit.
I think he almost did. Like, he almost let his contract run out, but I think he eventually just let him go towards the end. And it's like, my dude, should have been let him go from Jump Street.
Well, even still, it ended up biting him in the ass because look at him now.
And the AAA Cruiserweight champion, which is amount to a hill of beans, but yeah.
Well, he wasn't doing nothing from before, so better off him being in AAA than nothing.
Yeah, true. Then the champion that Rey Mysterio was talking about is Damian Priest.
Yeah, I heard.
I heard Damian Priest is going to AAA. Or might make a splash there.
Like, apparently he has a new gimmick that he's debuting.
We'll see how that works.
So he should be AAA Savio Vega, yo.
AAA Savio Vega.
Jesus. Queen Aminata is in the survival of the fittest.
Rightfully so.
No, but we gotta talk about Athena though. The Athena almost blew off the second that she lost her, I think, Owen Cup match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they gave it to Maya World.
Yeah, to Maya World, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, Maya World, she pretty nice. And also, I look at her and I think to myself, Tegan Knox is a fool.
Nah, but Athena put in work. She has been women's champion for ROH for a Roman Reigns amount of time.
Yeah, is she about to lap Roman Reigns' title reign?
I think so.
She about to
lap him.
She probably already did.
And you still didn't give her the opportunity to face Mercedes for her to get the title shot, for her to be double champion, which proves that he doesn't give a shit.
Christian and Edge beating up the dogs. Jesus.
Oh my
God. I love grumpy old men, aka Cope and Cage. You're the grumpy old men of wrestling.
Like, somebody told me, he was like, which dogs are better, AEW's dogs or AAA's dogs? So, like, I don't know. I
I do say this though, the way they're booking Edge and Christian, I dig it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, they're having fun. I kind of like that, you know. I kind of like that Christian has become the grumpy old veteran.
Oh, Christian is still Christian. People just love him now. I kid you not, when I was at Double or Nothing, Christian said, "I banged your mother," and the fans couldn't stop chanting it. That's how real it was.
Like the same thing with Roman. I was like, wait a minute, he's a face. Now he's a face.
That's why when it comes to this with Roman Reigns, you gotta have a heel that's more evil than the tribal chief ever was.
But
And
there isn't one.
Who would that be though?
You got to turn Oba heel.
Oba don't need to be a heel. Just make Roman a heel. Well, technically, Roman ain't really different.
They're gonna cheer him. They're gonna cheer him. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but Roman is still the same though.
That's what I'm saying. They don't give a shit.
Roman Reigns' character has not changed in what 5-6 years now.
Well,
Jacob?
yeah, somewhat.
Jacob has basically been whipping everyone's asses who comes within 5 feet of him.
Jacob is a controlled crash out. That's all he is.
And they cheer him.
That's because Jacob got organically over because he feels real.
He murdered that poor comedian.
I mean,
recognizable.
Well, that's his own fault. Why would you touch Azula Fala though?
Right.
If they were in Hawaii, he would have got his head chopped off.
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck he was thinking of doing that shit.
Like that he murdered LA Knight just because he could. And they cheer him.
That's because Jacob Fatu is awesome. Like, it's hard not to cheer him.
Jay, I thought they were gonna boo Jay, but he keeps on doing that yeet shit. And they like him.
They like him.
There's nothing wrong with Jay. Be like, people be sitting there complaining about him. I don't know why. Yeah, he may botch here and there, but a lot of motherfuckers be botching. B, keep the same energy.
Like he did the shots fired. Did the shots fired promo, and Oba just shut that down immediately.
I mean, they all people are saying that Jay's world title reign is worse than Jack Swagger's.
Oh no, Jack Swagger's worse. What?
Who the fuck said that?
I saw a post online that said that.
They bogus as hell for saying that goofy shit.
That speech impediment king.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Jey Uso's world title reign wasn't all that good, but Jack Swagger's was horrible. Are you kidding me? That man should have never even touched a world title.
Did he cash in? That's how he won it? He cashed in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he cashed in on Jericho because John Cena refused to put him over. But even still, looking back on it,
who did he lose it to, though?
He beat Jericho. He won it from Jericho, and then he lost it to Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
But looking back on it, yeah, Rey Mysterio beat him.
So he's a 2-time world champion or 3-time?
Right.
Well, Ray's a 3-time champion, but Swagger only won the world title once.
Wait, hold on. Okay. Mysterio's a 3-time world champion? I thought he was only.
Yeah, remember that WWE championship when Cena cashed
in? He won it 3 times.
Yeah, the Cena cashed in, and Punk came out to end the night. I think that was awesome.
Yeah, he's a 2-time world champion and a 1-time WWE champ.
Yep, and that 1-time WWE champ lasted about 30 minutes.
I still can't believe that shit. Like you gave it to Ray only for him to lose it to Cena at the end of the night. Like, what is that?
Yeah, that was insane.
No, that same night. Cena came out immediately after.
I'm like, what is this? Cena in the bank? What the fuck are we doing here?
Yes, he just texted me back. He said yes, it was 2.6, and TKO wetted them down to 1.5.
Damn.
Talking about the New Day contract.
Yeah, they tripping. I would have boogied too. They wildin'. I heard your notification though. I heard you, Black. So I heard.
Yeah.
I wish they could sue him for breach of contract, but never mind. But damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't touch my gangster.
I hear you. Got Tope in the building.
Yo, what's up?
Was it tough?
Takeshita versus Ricochet is the main event tonight.
Wait, what? How's Ricochet getting main event? I'm just asking just for my sanity.
One, he's challenging Takeshita for his international title, and two, that's why. And two, Takeshita is part of that 12-man at Forbidden Door.
Is it? Like, isn't Takeshita part of the Wu-Tang Clan? He got kicked out of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
He got kicked out of Wu-Tang? Okay.
I'm almost guaranteed. I'm going to predict that Andrade is going to turn on them at Forbidden Door. Like, it's right there.
Oh, like, we don't need Andrade to get kicked out of Wu-Tang yet.
And you know what? I know what they've been doing with the Don Callis family. They're trying to give them individual characters. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
They'll look like a whole schmoz of bums.
There's way too many people in that group.
I do give Don Callis credit for that, though. I mean, everybody feels like their own individual.
They're entering into the corporate ministry levels of people.
I think they're damn near there. I mean, look at everybody there. I mean, the minute somebody gets hurt, they exchange them for another. I mean,
but I can't.
I must have forgotten, man. Y'all must have forgotten that they ain't nothing compared to Aces and Eights. Now that was a group of bums right there.
Oh God! Oh God! Yo, they had a bunch of. The minute they took those masks off, it was game over. I'm like, y'all got a bunch of.
The second I saw
Devon Dudley, you're like, yo,
that shit was so
Dudley,
fucking.
what we doing?
That shit was so fucking whack. The crowd chanted, "This is awkward." I've never heard that before in my life. I've not heard it since.
Bully Ray saved that group beyond measures.
He was the only one that got over in that group, right?
People forgot, man. That shit. People forgot, man. That shit had like Doc Gallows, Garrett Bischoff. Like nobody cared about these motherfuckers.
That was pre-Doc Gallows,
bro. They had fucking Mike Knox in that shit. Why the fuck was he there?
No. Doc Gallows. That was pre-Doc Gallows.
Supposed to be the muscle.
Who was he called?
Muscle my ass. He was terrible in the ring.
No, who was he called on this today? Doc Gallows. Who was he called?
He was called Doc. He was just called Doc in that.
Yeah, Doc. DOC. That's it.
God, yeah.
And then Nux was called, or Mike Knox was called Nux.
Yeah. I remember when this dude Bully had laid down the whole story. That was pretty cool though. It was
That was a.
It got even worse when they
series when he laid down the whole it was like a year long plan.
Yeah. The problem was, I always said the problem with Aces and Eights was the group had two problems. Number one,
Eric Bishop
it took too long to get to the fucking point because you got to remember TNA only had one show. They just had Impact. That was it. They didn't have the benefit of having two shows to tell the story.
Did it have Implosion?
Implosion didn't count. That was an internet show, and there was never any stories on Explosion.
Pause.
Oh, Explosion. Okay.
Right. And then the other
nobody watching that shit.
Well, no one could watch it. It was not available in America. That shit was international only. And then the other problem with Aces and Eights was like nobody else in the group mattered. Like it was great for Bully. It got him over and made him a main eventer, but like no one else in the group benefited. No one.
Why? Another issue is why did they put Mr. Anderson in that group?
They had one guy who was so horrible. He birthed a catchphrase for Marky from Marky D calling himself Hulk Hogan. That's how bad he was.
Yeah, Briscoe.
Yeah, Wes Briscoe. Yeah, that guy was a
Oh God.
God, he sucked.
Yo, you are an embarrassment to the name Briscoe, dude. Like, how the fuck is your last name Briscoe and you suck this bad?
Mark Briscoe should literally fly. Should literally fly to where Wes Briscoe is and just slap him just for that alone.
And remember when he the reason why he joined Aces and Eights, he had won the gut check. And
My father,
he wanted like basically beat his protege, Kurt Angle's protege or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Kurt Angle tell him he wasn't ready, and that's why he was mad.
Right.
He was right, motherfucker. You're not.
No.
I felt bad for Kurt for having to put you over in that cage match. Like, good Lord.
That promo when he said, "My father was one of the greatest wrestler." Oh, wait, what? and then I'm talking to you, Hulk Hogan. It's like, oh God.
Yeah. He tries to sit there and say like, "Oh, my father gave you everything, Hulk Hogan." Like, yeah, your father, not you.
No, he didn't call him Hulk. He called him Hawk. Get it right.
I don't care what nobody says. Aces and Eights suck.
Said, think about it. Think about it. That can also do indies and signing outside of AEW. He also said,
they're making $15,000 per appearance.
Worst world title reign: the Great Khali, Jack Swagger, or Jinder Mahal. Of course, Great Khali.
No. Great Khali's title reign got saved when he palmed Rey Mysterio's face like a basketball.
And I get they're trying to get him over, the whole Punjabi nightmare. I was here for it, like, you know what I'm saying, but it just didn't work.
Yeah, I'll correct you.
Upside down, like
I'll correct you. You said, but yeah, I'll finish it. But the bell rung. That's what happened.
No, but he palmed Rey Mysterio's face like a basketball. That has to prove for something.
It's Rey Mysterio.
I can't put him on the list.
Bro, it's Rey Mysterio against a 7'3", 400-pound night giant. Like, what? What else is gonna?
That doesn't mean his title reign was good.
I'm gonna tell you. I told you.
No, that saved it. That's what I'm saying.
I told you. Great Khali peaked after his feud with Undertaker. As soon as after that feud was done, he went downhill.
No. I got one statement that will prove my point. You all look the same. That ended Jenner's reign right then and there. That racist promo by that fucker.
Oh, the promo he cut on Shinsuke?
Yes.
Oh God. That was awkward as fuck.
Like, at least when Shelton went racist, it was a little bit irritating. Still racist.
We wasn't even talking about the Great Khali. You weren't talking about Jinder Mahal. I was talking about Great Khali.
No. I'm saying that Jinder was worse than Great Khali. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'd agree with that.
I disagree. I think this dude, Great Khali, had the worst title reign. That's what I think. Nah,
Jinder was way worse, bro.
Would you call it bad timing though? Because that Punjabi prison match, that was ball game over right then and there.
No, to me,
the Punjabi prison match is the worst match they ever came up with.
What will always make, I don't care what anybody says, what will always make Jinder Mahal the worst champion I've ever seen is, like, we always joke around and say that they think that we're idiots. They think that we're dumb. That was like the perfect example of that shit. What made Jinder so bad, he was a jobber. Like he was that was literally what he was. He was a jobber, and they just wanted us to forget about it. It was like, shut your brain off. Like, no, like, I'm not stupid. This is a guy that was positioned as a jobber. He was on Raw and SmackDown wrestling 2-minute matches, losing to guys like Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Baron Corbin. He was a jobber. Had never been U.S. champ, Intercontinental champ, not even tag champ. He was a part jobber.
of 3MB.
Right, he was a jobber, and then what made it worse was right before he won the title, and it wouldn't have made any difference, but right before he won the title, they did that Andre the Giant Battle Royale, and it came down to him and the football guy, the guy that's not even there anymore, Mojo, or whatever the fuck his name was.
Mojo Rawley.
Yeah, Mojo Rawley, and it's like, man, at least let him win the Andre the Giant Battle Royales. I mean, no one cares about it, but if he had won,
he lost to Mojo thanks to Gronk.
Right. So like, if he had won that, it would have given him something, like some credibility. But no, Mojo won that. Then they did like the 6-pack challenge, and Jinder won it, and it made it. It's like, wait, he's #1 contender now. Like this has been a jobber for like a decade, and now all of a sudden he's challenging the title. Then he faces and wins.
That gets worse, Toph. It gets worse. Remember when like when Sandman said, like, oh, Great Khali was worse. Jinder is worse because they had to bring back Great Khali in order to save your title reign.
Word, they really did bring back. They really brought back Khali for that one cameo to help him beat Orton in that match.
Exactly. That's the reason why it's worse.
Match. I'm like, I know you're not trying to create a stable now.
Oh, I got so scared. I thought Khali was gonna be Jinder's bodyguard. Now I'm like, this is gonna.
I was shitting bricks when I saw him.
The whole thing. The whole thing was an experiment, and that's okay. You can experiment in wrestling, but you don't experiment with the world fucking title, and that's what they did. And so that's why that'll always be the worst title reign.
They try to enter the Indian market, and that struck out horribly.
All right, I'm back. I got my undivided attention. I just came from slaughtering some catfish. My bad, y'all.
Nice.
I was fucking sorry.
And then one last thing too. I hate the fact that they didn't even hide the fact that he was on roids when he came out. The camera would do this.
Yeah. That nigga looked like he was going for like what, a month, the most. And out of nowhere, this dude came back ripped. Wait, what the?
I'm like, that nigga looked like Nemesis from Resident Evil. I'm like, when the fuck did this happen? I'm like, where the hell did this happen?
That back knee was Chef's kiss back knee.
Yeah, God. You seen that, right? Like you could tell, like, yeah, my dude, you definitely on Roy sandwiches.
Yeah. I remember like they did a documentary, not documentary. I think it was like a YouTube video I saw at the time where I think it was cool. He went back to like India or some shit, and he went to this restaurant I guess he used to go to when he was younger, and he walked in there with the title, and like the owner was crying, like a bunch of people there were crying, like that was cool and all.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, they were saying stuff like, "Oh, you worked so hard for this," and as wholesome as it was, I'm like, "What do you mean he worked hard? He just took roids. He got a needle and put it in his back. Like, how the fuck is that working hard?"
His ass. He got a needle in his ass.
I remember when they tried to have like a nice little promo saying like, "Oh, Jinder, what made you get these muscles and have your body transform like this?" "Oh, I just ate nothing but string beans and chicken breasts." No, motherfucker.
Chicken roids.
Like, you're not gonna eat string beans and chicken breasts for a month and your body just gets ripped out of nowhere. It don't work like that. It's not that much keto in the world for your body to transform like that.
That kind of reminds me of that like of that Russo promo on Monday when he said, "Now you guys are cheering me. Shut up."
And then another reason you can tell it was an experiment, because I remember some people were like, "Oh, it's not an experiment. He'll be back in the main event again." No, he wasn't. That was it. Like after he lost it, that was it.
He was right back to 3MB. He was
after he lost that title, he went straight to the mid card. Like I remember that.
You know why I think that should have happened? Remember when he botched that was that a whisper in the wind spot with Jeff Hardy? When he did the flat back before Jeff Hardy caught him with the move.
Oh yeah,
Vince was like, "Yeah, you're done. I'm not even doing this shit with you. You're done." He's lucky to even win the U.S. Championship after that WWE Championship title reign. Remember, he had the U.S. Championship for a little while.
You know, it's crazy. Yeah, I remember that. He won it at Mania, didn't he?
I think so.
And one more.
He's lucky to even get that.
Right, and one more reason why Jinder will always be the worst champion, and I always laugh at this. His reign was so bad, he literally made Bray Wyatt break kayfabe on Twitter. Bray never broke kayfabe on Twitter. I remember when Orton. People forget because before that, Orton had fought Bray at that shit match at Mania where Orton beat him, and then Orton fought Jinder at Backlash, and then after Jinder beat Bray. I'm sorry, after Jinder beat Orton, Bray went on his Twitter and he tweeted, and I quote, "Damn."
Word, like,
damn.
yeah, they really crapped on Bray Wyatt right there, but that one.
Yeah. Yo, C Fluid just wrote, "Who's the greatest full black champion of all time?"
Full black champion. I've never heard a word. I've never seen a word like that.
Yeah,
before.
It's either Farouk or Booker T.
That's fine.
I would throw Bobby Lashley as an honorable mention, but yeah, I'd say Farouk or Booker.
See, the thing is with Lashley is that his book had always been iffy, which don't make no damn sense.
Isn't Lashley? Doesn't he have Dominican in him or something?
It's either Dominican or Cuban, one or the other.
Like Ron Simmons did have the better.
I think Ron Simmons was a little more historic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The problem with Ron was like he was the champion, but he wasn't the focus when he was the champion. But it was definitely historic.
Did he beat Vader?
Swerve. Yeah, he did beat Vader. I thought Swerve had a good run. It just needed to be a little bit longer. But his run was pretty good.
Yeah, I want to say it's too early to say Swerve now. That's why I mentioned like a Booker.
Right, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Farouk, Ron Simmons.
Yeah, Swerve just got a taste of the main event scene, so
yeah.
I think
he'll get there. He'll get there.
Booker T's title reign is always going to be goated when he made Batista break weekly. What's going on? Batista's down. Batista's down.
Yeah, like even though these motherfuckers are cool and all that, he's one of the best. That's something we can't take away from this dude. He got it from out the mud for real. And made it work. Everything they gave him, he made it work. You can't take that from Booker.
Man, I really should have appreciated the King Booker gimmick looking back on it.
Yo, I love the King Booker gimmick, yo. I'm telling you, yo, me and my peoples at the time, we used to love the King Booker gimmick.
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I didn't like it because I was like, he could all the things he's doing, he could do as Booker T. But looking back on it, you know what? I'm actually glad he did it. You know what? Props.
When he made John Cena kiss his feet, that shit was funny.
Yo, remember when Cena was like, "Yo," what he said? He had a condition like, he put the belt on the line or whatever.
One night with Charmel.
Yeah, he had one night with Charmel.
Oh God!
And Booker was like, "Yo, all right, but just one night, just one night."
I like how Booker T immediately dropped the accent the second Taylor said, "You know, hell no."
My favorite part about Booker that never made any sense to me, and I think he fucking did it on purpose as a joke, was the fucking bestiality sex story with Kurt and Charmel.
You know that's one of my favorite storylines.
Like they went through all that, and then all of a sudden, like 2 years later, they're in TNA and the Main Event Mafia, and they're like best buddies. Like none of that shit ever happened.
It didn't even matter. It's like they showed respect to each other. Like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? You a beast.
What really got me about that TNA thing is that nobody mentioned it. I'm like, it's right there. I'm like,
Booker T made Angle break. Made Angle, Kevin Nash. I think Scott Steiner, he made all three break, but he said respect.
The segments between Booker and Steiner backstage were hilarious too.
He didn't meet anybody more. That's what he's talking about.
It was like, yo, my dude, where are you from? Africa, Jamaica? Where are you from? France? Yeah. His accent was crazy.
Yeah, they was doing good back then. When they was doing the main event Mafia, I remember that was when TNA at that time they were starting to venture out. I remember they did a few tapings in Las Vegas. They were starting to run. They were starting to run bigger venues. Some of their pay-per-views were like 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. Like they had a little good momentum. They finally started pushing AJ. They had Beer Money as a tag team. They had the Guns. The Knockouts division was firing. Like that 2008, 2009 period, they were finally starting to get good. And then like Hogan and Bischoff fucked it up. So, but the fucked up part is fucking TNA 2010 with Hogan and Bischoff. Compared to modern day TNA, that's just like the fucking Goodfellas. What the fuck?
During that main event Mafia segment, TNA learned a very good lesson that night. You never give Scott Steiner a live mic.
Oh man, that night was great.
When he said,
"This fat son of a bitch."
What he call Awesome Kong? Not Awesome Kong and the Entourage. He said Confucius.
Yeah, Confucius.
God.
Then he said, like, they said, AJ Styles, you can go to your redneck town in Georgia, wrap a billboard around your neck, and no one will still know who you are.
I loved it when he called Canada. He called Canada Mexico North.
Mexico North. Like then he kept on calling Samoa Joe a fat ass, which made Booker T break immediately.
He used to throw shots at the whole front line. Remember, because the front line, he used to call them like, "Oh, little indie punks that play video games in their house," and like that was the name, like the front line. When it came
ask us what we think about your match, and we'll tell you that you suck. Good Lord, man!
That's what broke Kevin Nash when he said that.
See, that was when TNA was good, man. They actually had personality.
Right. And that's what made Main Event Mafia pop. Because if you think about it, how they came together, it was unique. All the elite champions from all around the world. I mean, heavyweight champions. All of them come together. I don't think even NWO even did that.
And it's not like they were all strangers to each other. I mean, they were all connected.
They all knew each other.
They all came together. It's like, yo, we all former heavyweight champions. And we in TNA, these motherfuckers are bums. We came from the big leagues. We was all champions in the big leagues. Let's run this shit.
That mob boss reveal was so fucking awesome.
Yeah, Kurt Angle's the Godfather.
Yeah, they legit felt like a mafia, and I liked it.
Like the camera panned and it panned straight to Kevin Nash.
It was believable. It was believable for TNA standards because you had a legit mafia of former world champions from bigger companies. And so when you looked at TNA guys like, AJ or Joe or Daniels, like guys like that, like it was
they're the young guns, they're the up and comers. So it's like a David versus Goliath type storyline.
Yeah. So it's like, how are we supposed to take these guys out? It was believable, So,
like, I don't even think NWO even did that because they consider one of the most dominant factions ever. Them or the Four Horsemen or whatever. It always been like one main eventer, a tag team, and a mid carder or two within the stable.
I'd argue the main event mafia shit, that was the peak of TNA because I remember back then as a person who was a TNA guy, I remember when the main event mafia was popping off, that was when I started to see like a lot of WWE fans actually check it out.
Yeah.
Do you think that they were too dominant though? Do you think that they were too dominant?
Not necessarily. I don't think they were like too dominant, but they were dominant enough for me.
Yeah.
But here's the reason
it was like somewhat of a seesaw. Because, like look with AJ, they had problems with AJ, definitely. And
then Kevin Nash whipped his ass, even though Kevin Nash had a retirement angle the same night, proving that he was gonna whip his ass.
Yeah. But remember, they even try to even things out. These dudes was down with the front line on T3D. So that even things out a little bit more against the main event Mafia.
Another funny Scott Steiner moment was when he walked up to Bully or to Bubba Ray, and he said, wait a minute, what tag team champions were you? He said, oh, what the tag team champions of ECW? He said, those weren't World Tag Team Champions. You were the tag team champions of the Bingo Hall. I was like, fuck.
Oh God, we were talking about the highlights of the main event Mafia. Now you're talking about the lowlights of main event Mafia when Rampage was with them.
Oh,
yeah, Rampage and Crimson and like the fuck.
How was Crimson a main eventer? What the fuck was that?
They just started getting hella random and Samoa Joe, and I'm like, come on, B. And I love Samoa Joe and all, but it's like, no, it wasn't a perfect fit for Samoa Joe.
That was like adding Matt Morgan to the group. It's like, wait a minute, when did Matt Morgan ever main event anything?
Yeah, I remember they even mentioned that shit within the storyline.
I remember they
some shit like that.
I remember they tried to add Matt Morgan to the Mafia. I'm like, why?
Yeah, Morgan. I always said Morgan was the guy that like they could just never get over. They always kept giving him a shot, and it was like, dude, just because he's tall and just because he has a really good finish doesn't mean he's going to be a main eventer. He had a match of Angle. He had a match of Angle at Bound for Glory. I think it was like 2009. And that was like the best match like Morgan ever had. And I was like, of course he had a good match. It was fucking Angle. Now, Angle was slowing down at that point. Like that was like 2009 Angle. I mean, that wasn't Perk, but like 2009 Angle, he was like, I'd say at that point, to give a number, he was like at 75% capacity, but 75% Angle is still better than like fucking 99% of wrestlers out there. So he made Morgan look like really good. So TNA was like, oh, look, you can push Morgan.
No, we can't.
I like Matt Morgan, though. That's the thing. I didn't have no problem with Matt Morgan.
But he just wasn't that guy, though. That's the thing. That's why he never won the world title.
During the Perk Angle run, right, I prayed every single time that they did the moonsault, especially when he was moving midair towards Mr. Anderson's face. When he almost did I think he did like 640 knee drop. Who was that against? When he did that 640?
Sting.
That was Sting, yeah.
Yeah, well, we did a fucking 450 knee drop. Like,
yeah,
where the hell did you get that shit from?
If you go back and watch that shit,
he wrestled Sting. I think it was Bound for Glory. He tried to do a 450 and his knees hit Sting in the face.
Yeah, if you go back and watch that, if you go back and watch that, Nash outside the ring after Angle hit him with his knees, Nash says, "What the fuck was that?" He has that look on his face.
Yo, Kurt,
Make this right.
Like, yo, Kurt, I know you were trying, but you do not got the form to do that, bro.
I guarantee you.
What was so crazy? Yo, the Sting and Kurt Angle storyline, main event story, that main event Mafia storyline was so good.
That Monday Night Football promo was funny as fuck.
Like, nah, chill. Like, when it came to these motherfuckers beefing, Sting and Kurt Angle, a lot of people don't talk about how good that shit was. Especially with that,
Which one are you talking about?
The only one they had. Remember when it was in the main event Mafia?
They had two.
When it was in the main event Mafia, and basically this dude, Sting, was a champion. And even though Angle was the Godfather, he was still somewhat jealous. Remember, eventually he started butting heads, and they had that match where nobody was in the arena. Was it a lights out match, some shit like that? Oh yeah,
Angle spitting Sting's face.
Yeah, yo, that storyline was really fucking good. A lot of people don't talk about that storyline.
I ain't gonna lie. That was the first time I ever seen Sting like legit pissed off. Like,
it was a really good.
That was
story.
like one of the few times you had like a wrestling group, and it's really hard to pull this off because it's always like kind of forced and contrived. But that was one of the few times where there was a wrestling group where you had like a group of heavy hitters, but you legit had like two alphas. You had Sting, who was an alpha, and then you had Angle, who was an alpha. It was like that Fast and Furious Brian and Dom type shit. It's like you can't have two alphas. You can only have one alpha. It was like some 1A, 1B type thing, but it worked. It worked.
Nah, but they had one more storyline. I think when Sting retired, I think when they had Bound for Glory in Irvine, and he faced AJ, and Angle tried to get Sting to come back to wrestle him. I think Angle was that with the Sting's kids football game?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was JB. That was a JB idea. Yeah, big ups to JB.
That was a good storyline too. Hell yeah.
Like that, you were talking about that.
Hey, come over here. Yeah. Your father slapped my wife.
The best shit that Jarrett ever did was I think it was like 2010 when he was feuding with Angle. And so Jarrett parodized MMA. He did the Double J MMA challenge version.
Oh, that show was funny.
Yeah. He had like that fucking Cobra Kai segment before Cobra Kai was a thing, where he was like in the octagon making like little kids tap out. Like that shit was hilarious. Jarrett was great. See, Jarrett. Here's the tragedy of Jarrett. When like Jarrett comedy shit was actually like so fucking good. The problem was he barely did it enough. When he just did like straight comedy, like one of the best to ever do it. But he always tried to like make himself a main eventer. It's like, bro, like you're not a main eventer. Like you're a really good mid-card guy that can do comedy shit every now and then. Like, but every time he did do comedy, it worked every time.
What ruined Jarrett was the AAA Triple Mania throwing tortillas at the Mexican crowd.
Oh no!
Oh Jesus!
Ballet with the black was Goody Ballet.
I'm so mad. I am really so mad that Jeff Jarrett got 12 world titles. I'm like, bro, you barely deserve to have one.
That's mainly because of WCW.
I don't even say this like with Jarrett. Like, I think his main thing is that he was forced into the main event consistently. Like, if he would have been like a 2-time heavyweight champion, it wouldn't have bothered me. But you said 10?
12.
12? Yo, you know what?
6 on TNA and 6 on WCW.
And we're trying to break Ric Flair record, B.
As soon as you heard, my world was like, oh fuck.
That song was lit though. His intro is actually lit. I like
Jeff Jarrett. Man, the problem with Jarrett is he's a mark for himself. I'm like, bro, Vince Russo thought you would be all end all. That shows you how slow he is.
I remember I saw Monty Brown in the ring, and I heard my world was like, Monty, get the fuck out of the ring. Just go.
Yeah, that's another reason why I can't stand. That's another reason why I can't stand Jarrett. How the fuck you bury Monty Brown? That dude was more over than you. You refused to put him over, and then the next night you have him join you as a team. Fuck you.
Yeah, he was never the same after that. It was a wrap.
Good Lord, man.
Like, I was so pissed when he buried Monty Brown. Excellently, by the way. The only one that he buried worse was R-Truth, because good Lord, when he did to that man.
And that motherfucker just sitting there saying, "Oh, it's all about the chase when it comes to Monty Brown. He's gonna be this dude's bodyguard, and then there's gonna be a big face turn when he turns on Jeff Jarrett." And even at that time, I'll be telling motherfuckers like, "Yo, you gotta strike while iron is hot. Look what happened. Y'all were wrong."
I would have, if they did that, I would have accepted it if he won the world title, but he never did.
Nah, he did.
Well, motherfuckers, you know how it is when a motherfucker be already there, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's all about the big moment. He gotta basically work his way up." It's like, no, he's already there. What the fuck you mean he gotta work his way back up? He's already there. Just pull the fucking trigger. Why wait?
Like, R-Truth should have known Road Dogg ain't shit. When Jeff Jarrett took his title, remember he was the first black NWA champion. Oh, by the way,
of course,
yeah.
That's what you do right then and there. Road Dogg ain't shit. I was like, wait a minute, you listen to this fucker? You listen to him? Wasn't he not there when at whatever creative meeting they said like, oh, Jeff Jarrett's gonna win the title tonight? Like, wait, what?
Jesus.
Like,
That's why he founded TNA in the first place, to make himself a world champion. I'm like,
That's
my
it.
God.
Yeah, that's all.
We know you ain't low, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't Road Dogg have say in that, like in those backstage meetings?
That's what made it worse. That's what made it worse. He had his people backstage working at the time. He had Road Dogg. He had Vince Russo. I'm like, Jeff was practically untouchable. He knew what he was doing.
Wouldn't Road Dogg just tell him, no,
Russo,
I'm not going to let my
Russo
friend...
and Jeff were always... Russo and Jeff were always tight. For whatever reason, Russo just always liked...
No, like, I understand Russo. Russo is a kiss ass. But Road Dogg, like, shouldn't you tell him, no, I'm not going to let my friend lose the world title to you immediately?
Road Dogg picks and chooses who he's friends with that benefits him. That's why he's always... That's obvious, ain't it?
Yeah, true.
Shit, speaking of Russo, he said AEW is too much wrestling, B.
What do you say that shit?
Going on AEW, B. They need to slow down with all that wrestling.
Yeah,
I'll say this. I'll go first.
We need more Viagra on the pole matches, bro. Zombies.
I think he worded it wrong because remember I was saying from afar. I'll say this, like what I was saying from afar, like it do be having a lot of exhibition matches in AEW, like matches that really don't matter. Like like for instance, earlier today you had this dude Ospreay struggling against what's homie name Kelp. He's struggling against this dude or whatever. And it's like. Yeah, that's I guess his name KLP Kelp, whatever.
No, I said ELP El Phantasma.
Oh, okay.
And
why though?
Right, you know what I'm saying? I think when it comes to shit like that, a match like that don't have to be 10, 15 minutes. Like, nah, this is Ospreay. Get this nigga the fuck up out of here in 2 minutes. That's what I think. But what y'all think this dude Russo said?
No, Russo the way Russo booked, for younger fans out there, you just have to be there. But yeah, Car Crash TV, like Black Star said, and the way that Car Crash TV was booked is that it's a combination of segments, vignettes, and in-ring interviews and shit. Basically, it's like boom, 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 where you overwhelm the viewer to the point where you give them no time to turn the channel. You give them no time to leave the room. You give them no time to pick up their phone and doom scroll. You're so locked in that you can't help but watch.
Basically,
what Russo fails to understand is that shit only worked because he had like Vince and Jim Ross and Cornette and a bunch of other people as filters and shit. So that type of booking doesn't work in modern day because the attention span is a lot worse in 2026 than it was in 1997. So yeah,
everybody had flip phones and they have the internet back then.
Now I agree that AEW should do more. They should experiment and have a little bit more vignettes, more backstage stuff. But really, what we need, like we've said it so many times, what we need is we need that third company to give us the medium in the middle. Because WWE just has like too many vignettes, too many backstage segments, and AEW doesn't have enough of it. We need that company to give us that happy medium in the middle. And
I'll say this. How about this, right? How about AEW does something like this? Remember how you had like a Talking Smack and shit like that?
That's
Why
not
don't
going
you
to
have a show like that for AEW?
That's not going to work because way too many people don't have filters.
Like, why don't they have like a show like that? Like their own little news show. Like, they go over matches, have people pull up and they interview them and shit like that. So
I just told you because way too many people don't have filters. On that show? You want to do that?
Why not?
Do you imagine how many fucks MJF would say? Literally.
Well, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. You know what I'm saying? It could be a half-hour show and have them, whoever it is, pull up, maybe have interviews. They talk about what happened on Dynamite and Collision, bring people up to speed even more. You know what I'm
MJF
saying?
will pull that show off TV immediately. No, that's not gonna work.
What are you talking about? No, he will not.
Christian will,
like, no, he won't. What are you talking about?
Think about it. There's way too many people that don't have filter. Christian doesn't have a filter. MJF doesn't have a filter.
Oh, so it doesn't have to be a TV
but
show.
They interview them anyway. They get interviewed on Dynamite and stuff anyway. What are you talking about?
So I have pre-recorded, right? Pre-recorded segments.
It could be. Look, listen. You remember Talking Smack, right? Remember how that show was when they would just be there talking about the previous shows and the highlights or whatever. I'm not saying every single show they have somebody come through and get interviewed, but yeah, sometimes have somebody come through and get interviewed. It don't have to be an MJF or whatever, but of course have MJF eventually pull up and get interviewed. And I'm not saying they gotta just throw a whole bunch of F-bombs. Why? It's not necessary. Just have them talk about what's going on.
WWE tried. Remember they did that backstage show like right before COVID. And remember, when Punk came back and they would just go over like whatever the stuff. They tried to do something like that.
Yeah, all promotions like AEW is the only show that didn't do that shit. Remember, even TNA did that shit. Remember, it was a TNA
Reaction
Plus
Reaction.
Or TNA Reaction. Yeah, is it coming right after Impact? Yeah, like do something like that.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I heard you wrong.
Yeah,
my bad.
Seaflu says that you guys ever paid the weekly $10 pay-per-view. I paid for like 2 of them. But then I mostly watched their product when they moved to Spike TV. But I did see 2.
I had the hot box at the time. I ain't paid for shit.
I paid for the first one. That show was so fucking funny.
I ain't paid for a damn thing. I got everything free.
Because Razor came out and he said like, "Oh, Jeff Jarrett, man. You're gonna have to go through me. I'm number 2." I was like, "Wait, what?"
I remember like when they first went to Spike, because a lot of people, and I'm not judging anyone, but most fans, they didn't really start fucking with TNA until they went to Spike. As someone that had watched them from the beginning, when they went to Spike, like I felt the difference immediately. Because like when
did Spike just break up with WWE right before then?
I think so. Yeah, when they was doing the Asylum, like it wasn't Lucha Underground like, but it was close. Like the arena was like smaller. It was kind of like a little bit more grindy.
That was better
People forget about like those strippers they had like in the cages, like 30 inches and shit.
Yeah.
But then when they moved to Spike, they was in the Impact Zone. The venue was a little bigger. The TV quality was better, but what I remember the most was like all the marketing in the ring. They had like the energy juice marketing in the ring, and they had like more ads and shit. And then like the Ultimate Fighter came on right after them, and then when we watched the Ultimate Fighter, they have like TNA ads, and I was like, oh, okay, they got like sponsors now and shit. And then some of the wrestlers had like pyro because they didn't have pyro before. They had pyro like on pay-per-views.
You remember the year-end awards? I missed that shit too. The year-end awards, where you had to vote for the your best moments, your best finishers, favorite tag team of the year, shit like that.
I remember when Don West turned heel, and he was talking to Today. I think they were talking about Sting, and he said like, "He better not pull any of that Memphis stuff." I was like, "Wait a minute, is Sting from Memphis?"
Nah, that was actually a shoot. When it came to him and Tanay, that was actually a shoot. I forgot why they was beefing, but
really?
Tanay had did some goofy shit behind his back.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was just him just
that was a shoot. Tanay, this dude Wes was a fucking with Tanay for real.
Oh shit.
Yeah, what happened was it was right before Hogan and Bischoff came in. Surprise. So they wanted to make some changes to the company from top to bottom. And it was a meeting with Dixie Carter and a bunch of other people. And they was just kind of going through, just things that they want to change. And eventually the topic that came up was commentary. And they was cool with keeping Mike Tenay, but they were unsure about Don West. And so when
Tenay never spoke up for him.
Yeah, he never spoke up for him.
Oh, okay.
Mike never spoke up, to protect him or some shit. And so that's where Taz came in, if you remember. So that part where, to what Sam is talking about, that part where Don called him a selfish prick. That was a shoot.
Yeah,
that was that part.
And today gave the camera a look. I was like, oh god.
It still bit him in the ass because they ended up replacing TNA anyway.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And Wes, he was the energy. And I love Taz. Taz always do good on commentary. But Wes, he was the fucking energy.
He would turn a snap mirror into something amazing.
Yeah, he turned a snap man into a Stone Cold Stunner.
Don West is like something. Don West is like part of a problem that we've talked about a lot of times, because like when it comes to talking like modern day wrestling, we always talk about the product, but people also forget that commentary also makes the product better.
Of course.
And one of the problems with modern day wrestling is you don't really have those commentators that bring the energy. And the few times you do get those commentators that bring the energy, they get bullied by online fans. And they say shit like, oh, this guy's trying to get himself over, or this guy's taking attention away from the show. And it's like, no, this guy's fucking adding energy to the show. And he's
Remember,
they
did the same thing with Pat McAfee. Like, they did the same thing with him.
They did it with McAfee. They did it with Morrow. They did it with Samantha Irvin too.
Yeah,
like, that's why commentary so fucking boring and dry now. Because anytime somebody tries to make it unique, fans are just like, oh, it's like the newer fans, they prefer this robotic shit. They've been brainwashed into thinking that's how it should be, and it's like, no.
JBL, buddy, I'll never forgive you for taking away Morrow from us.
And this dude, Joe Test, Jesus. Can somebody get this dude a couple of Monster Energy drinks?
He's trying at least.
Because I don't know. Compare how he was the first Netflix show. The first Netflix show, okay, was like, okay, a different voice. He a little lively.
He was on USA. He was on Netflix, was he?
He was on the first episode of Netflix, wasn't? He was on the first Netflix episode.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, he sees how boring this shit is too. That's why his energy is gone.
To me, he commentates like it's golf. Like I remember one time Braun Breaker came out and like he speared somebody. I forgot who he speared, and he was like, "Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in to Monday Night Raw, Braun Breaker hit the spear on Kofi Kingston." I'm just like, nigga, like, are you dead?
Yeah,
like look for help.
It's like, yo, thank goodness for Wade Barrett and sometimes Corey Graves. We wouldn't have no energy at all. Like Michael Cole could do but so much.
Right.
That's why. And like, I'm sorry, but Excalibur, he ain't shit. I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't like Excalibur either.
I think
Shivani been stepping it up though. I'll give that. I ain't really fuck with Shivani either, but he's been stepping it up as of late.
Excalibur is okay. Excalibur is okay. My beef with Excalibur is he's one of those dudes. He's one of those dudes, and you know what I'm talking about. He's one of those dudes that likes to use other terms to sound more intelligent, and it's like, dude, nobody fucking calls it that. Like when someone does a suicide dive, he doesn't say suicide dive. Like, dude, like no one fucking calls it that. If you buy a wrestling game and you go into fucking create a wrestler,
it'll be called a suicide dive.
It says suicide dive, or it just says dive. It does not say Topa suicide or whatever the fuck.
See,
like somebody would do like a pile drive. Wait, what's up?
Because he tried to put his own little swing on. Because like how Bobby Heenan used to make up his own words.
He tried to sound like TNA.
You can't do like not Bobby Heenan.
They tried to sound like Don West. But
yeah,
he's not.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, it's like, you know what? You got a point. Like he would make a little bit of Bobby Heenan, a little bit of Don West. But no, like it's good to try to blend things to make it your own. But my dude, we not here for it.
Yeah. Fucking like MJF or Omega or somebody will hit like a straight up just normal pile driver, like Jerry Lawler style. And he'll be like, Tyler Driver 98. And it's like, dude, the fucking pile driver.
That's why probably stank.
That's why I want for once just have like MJF or somebody just like go to the announce table and pull a rock and just broadcast their own match while the wrestlers on the ground and just talk shit.
So yeah, be Forbidden Doors this Sunday. Be like, I'm gonna have to see if we're gonna go live for that.
It's not Forbidden Door, slightly open door.
I'm gonna try something.
Slightly open door.
I did ask in the chat. Y'all think Swerve versus Ospreay is closing or no?
I don't think so. I think the cage match is closing.
Only way they'll close Swerve and Ospreay is if there's gonna be some fuck shit. Like maybe these dudes might jump him out. These dudes, Death Riders might jump this dude out. It got to be some shenanigans.
Like it's one of the final pure wrestling weekends that we're gonna get for a while.
Yeah, it's a lot going on this weekend. A lot.
I mean, we got. I know
nobody cares, but Slammiversary is also the same weekend, the same night.
Nobody cares.
Isn't that on Friday?
No, it's on the same day as Forbidden Door.
So you got TNA, MOW, and is it NXT this weekend too?
NXT is on the CW is on Sunday. The CW. So
let me do a progress report on the state of Slammiversary because I know I've checked on it like every week. Let me see.
Santana's about to lose the title because Santana's WWE bound.
Well,
no, I'm trying to get the update like on what's their tickets looking like right now. Okay, no.
Well, while you're doing that, I also want to point out Night of Champions is on Saturday
morning.
Night of Champions is on Saturday. We got NXT, we got TNA, we got Forbidden Door, all on Sunday.
Like it's a Great American Bash, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be on. You don't even have to pay for it. It's gonna be on.
It's gonna be on the CW network. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what, the Great American Bash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What they should do is put a commercial free, but they're not gonna do that shit.
They gotta pay the bills, B.
But at least we're gonna watch it on TV for free. We don't gotta pay to watch it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's gonna be like it's gonna be on at 1, so it's basically going to be the slightly open door pre-show.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not crazy about the NXT card. I mean, they're already giving Evil NXT title match. I'm like, why?
Okay, sorry to interrupt you. I got the update now. All right, so that right now they're at 2,000 tickets even. That's what they got.
What's the capacity?
The venue's full capacity is 8,000, but they've already tarped off half of the arena. So their full capacity is around like 3,500. So they're at 2,000, and the cheapest ticket right now is still $61. No, $61. $61.
Okay.
And now they're saying that a former WWE champion. Now let me paraphrase this because I don't want anyone to get fucking catfished. Not a former WWE World Champion, a former WWE Champion. That's how they're.
It's Apollo Crews.
It's gonna make their debut at the show. So.
It's Apollo Crews. Prepared to be supremely disappointed.
I mean, I'm a fan of Uhaa Nation. I wouldn't mind seeing Uhaa, but Apollo Crews, no.
Yeah. Like then it returned back to his indie name, but it's going to be Apollo.
Seafood says it's gonna be Road Dogg.
My ass.
It probably will be. It probably will
it won't
be. You
Road
never know.
Dogg. It'll be Kip James.
Yikes! Wasn't he still with AEW? Like he should still be signed to AEW, right?
No, that's Billy Gunn, but
yeah, same person. Come on, really.
Yeah.
He got married to Road Dogg.
Right? Dude is still in hella shape, though. That's the crazy part. This dude's like 80 years old.
That's proof. That's proof that God has a sense of humor and that karma is real. Billy was always the butt of the joke.
No, that's proof positive. Karma's a bitch. Yeah, Toph is right.
Yeah.
Like he the best shaped one out of the whole.
If you went back to like the 90s and the 2000s of all the DX members, Billy was always the butt of the joke. If you got a time machine And if you said that, like, yo, in 30 years, you guys are going to be washed and Billy's still going to be going, nobody would have believed you. So that's that karma. That's what that shit is.
It's the act of God that Shawn Michaels. Like it's the act of God that Shawn Michaels is still alive. Because my God, how much cocaine in the 90s alone.
To me, when I was over Shawn, and I know Sandman, he's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about because I remember like watching. The thing was, it was before you were doing the Roundtable, Sandman. But I remember like
when he got punted and he got back.
You did a short. You did a short on YouTube and you were laughing your ass off during COVID. Like before they were doing the what was the shit they were doing? What was that empty arena that they were doing in COVID? I forgot what that shit was called.
Oh, the
Thunderdome.
There you go, Thunderdome.
Yeah, this was before This was before the Thunderdome when they were doing the tapings at the PC. Orton punted Michaels.
I just said Michaels when he punted, he got back up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, he no-sold it because Shawn was clearly sensitive about the ball spot in his head. He didn't want anyone to realize he was bald, so like he fucking that shit was so. I was like, really, Shawn? Like, dude, nobody cares about your ball spot, my guy.
He got up immediately. I was like, the fuck.
The Heartbreak Kid lays down for absolutely
nobody. I was like, wait a minute, how the fuck did you get back up?
What kills me, he's afraid to show his bald spot, but he ends up coming back to wrestle Taker and Kane, and he's bald.
Saudi.
Like in that Saudi match. Like my dude.
He's like, yeah, let it go, my dude. Hey, let it go.
TKO. Here's the problem about that. You say no to a shitload of gold bars being trucked to your house. That's the
he's talking about his hair.
No.
Let that go.
He shouldn't have came back either, but still, yeah.
Yeah, but he was offered a shitload of Saudi money. You would say yes to that too.
And that's why The Rock and Cena's coming back too.
And that match was his karma.
Watch that. If you go back and watch that match at the very end when Shawn and Triple H win, the referee holds their hands. If you read Shawn's lips, he says, "We're too old for this shit." That's what he says.
Yeah.
That's literally what he said.
Yeah, I know.
He was done. After he never came back, he was serious this time. Like, I'm done. Yeah, I'm definitely done. I'm not doing this shit no more.
Like my dude, that match was your karma for being greedy, motherfucker. Because everything that could go wrong in a match happened in that one match.
He did that match. He was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get my grandkids through college. That's why I'm doing this match.
My God, motherfucker! Like that match showed just how old y'all niggas are.
There are several heartbreaking moments. No pun intended. Ric Flair's last match was a heartbreaking moment.
Yeah, I never forget. My nephew had cried. My nephew and who else had cried? Oh yeah, the chick I was fucking with at the time. They both cried when that shit happened when they zoomed in on Shawn Michaels when he said,
"Sorry, I love you.
I'm sorry, Flair, I love you," and kicked his teeth down his throat. They started crying. Oh, y'all punks.
That was a great match.
It was a good moment.
Shawn's final match. I don't give a fuck. Shawn's final match. WrestleMania against Taker. Flair's final match. WrestleMania against HBK. Those are those two final matches. I don't count the TNA run for Flair.
Hell no. Even though I ain't gonna lie though, even though the Flair's TNA run was funny as hell, but there was some bullshit that came back over there.
Oh God,
the thing that made this shit really. I just want to say this real quick, TKO. The shit that made the Flair moment so good at Mania because remember this dude was undefeated for like what the whole year. Because remember, this dude, Fisher Man, gave him that stip saying that, yo, if you was to ever lose,
you have to retire.
You got to retire and all that shit. And he was the Intercontinental Champion and all that shit. He was holding it down for a minute.
That was Flair's. I'll never retire.
He still
what happened with the Flair thing? It wasn't really anything serious. Basically, Vince was, Vince had a lot of, things he didn't like. Vince was just never a fan of really old people on TV. That's just Vince.
Mm-hmm.
So when Flair got a certain age, he was just like, Rick, I really think you should hang it up. Like Rick was fine; he could still go. But Vince just wasn't a fan of him being on TV, and he just said, "Hey, we're going to finish it up," and that's when they did the step. And Rick went to TNA because, according to him and Rick's own words, I think he had a divorce or something, alimony, something. He owed his wife a shitload of money.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, of course he did. Because that motherfucker was spending millions of dollars on bullshit. Like that's what you get.
When he said to Hogan, "I love you more than my 6 ex-wives," I was like, "Oh fuck."
Oh God.
The funniest shit was that Jay Lethal segment. Oh my god.
That shit was funny.
I died.
Yeah, one of the best wrestling moments ever.
Oh my god!
Wrestling, like that was one of the best wrestling moments ever.
The best part was hilarious. The best part of the Flair Lethal shit was all of that was completely 100% unscripted.
I
Jay
bet.
said that.
I can imagine.
Jay said
back when Owens was still in Ring of Honor as Kevin Steen, he had his own show called The Kevin Steen Show, and he had Jay Lethal on the show. And Kevin asked him to describe exactly how did that shit work. And
he walked with the Flair, and Flair said, "We'll do it in the ring."
Yeah. Russo told him that he couldn't script Jay because Flair didn't do any scripts because Russo would give people scripts. You couldn't script them and shit. So he walked up to Rick and said, "Hey, what are we doing?" And Rick said, "I'll see you out there." That's basically it.
Oh my god, that segment was hilarious. Like
when he humped the air and pointed at the two women, I was like, "Yeah, this is gonna be gold."
And props to Jay Lethal. That dude's imitations are hilarious too. I'm like, he sounded just like Flair. I'm like, damn.
Flair actually made Lethal break twice during that.
Yeah. See, my personal headcanon is that I think Hogan was salty because Lethal was a big Flair fan and he was a big Savage fan, but he didn't care too much for Hogan. that's my theory.
Savage didn't care too much for Hogan.
Now that's bullshit, man. They fired Jay Lethal right when he was at his peak. I'm like, y'all ain't shit.
Yeah.
The Savage whooped Hogan's ass for WrestleMania 9.
Yeah, what did Hogan say? He tried to say it was a boating accident or boat sled or some shit.
No, like,
bitch, you just didn't want to put him over. Fuck you.
Like, I stopped that pay-per-view midway through and looked at my dad and said, like, aren't you supposed to be dead if a flying boat lands on your face?
Yeah, you'd be
dead. Yeah.
Yeah. That was what happened. He tried to hook up Liz, and Randy gave him the business. That's what happened.
Then Hogan had the absolute nerve to say, like, "Oh, we made up right before he died." Like, you motherfucker.
Right. Yeah, Randy was just a professional because people always say, like, "Oh, that can't be true," because when Hogan pinned Yoko, Randy got in the ring and he posed with him and he celebrated with him. And I'm like, yeah, but you got to remember, like, Randy was also posing and celebrating with him in WCW and in the NWO. Like, Randy was a professional. Just because he was being professional with him in the ring.
He did what's right for the business.
Right, exactly. Randy was professional. He kept it legit. But just because he was cool with him on camera doesn't mean they were cool off camera. For all we knew, they never, because according to Scott Hall, Scott said that, like, he never saw Randy hang out with Hogan like that, But
wasn't Randy like a professional bodyguard for a lot of wrestlers?
Seafood had asked a good question. What impression did Jay do better, Ric Flair or Randy Savage? Good question.
Savage.
I think Savage. I think Savage a little bit.
He called SoCal Val Liz. That shit was funny.
That's what made him get more notice though with the whole Black Machismo character. Mm-hmm. Didn't make him get noticed. But when he did that fucking shoot promo or that promo with Flair, that really TNA, they dropped the ball capitalizing on that shit. And it's like, yeah, Flair did the job, but after that, it was like, well, we have nothing else for you.
That was kind of strike. That was kind of strike three for when it came to Jay Lethal. The first one was when he won that X Division title from Kurt Angle.
I forgot about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was Angle. Yeah, Angle called an audible, and he decided
that was a great match
in the ring.
But that was
that shit.
Nah, but that was TNA's fault. Why would you give Kurt Angle like 7 belts at one time?
That match with Jay Lethal literally saved that pay-per-view because
they fucked up
with Abyss. That match
But they fucked up a lot of people that year when Hogan and Bischoff came in. They tried to do that voting system. And they tried to do that poll where fans could vote, and they wanted fans to vote for Abyss, but the fans voted for Nigel, aka Desmond Wolf, and then they had RVD squash him in 3 minutes, and that pissed off people. The Pope had a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
He was over. I think he challenged for the TNA title like 3 different times, and then he lost like each time.
And remember, they had him beefing with fucking Devon Dudley and his son. Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
That's how you know it sucked because they just dropped it right after. Like they never had a payoff for that.
Making him a street preacher pimp. That was a very good gimmick.
Yeah, and they could have imagine the vignettes. They could have had him doing like vignettes with him on the street. You know what I'm saying? Talking.
If anything, they should have.
Scamming motherfuckers out their money. Like put your money in the collection plate for the Pope.
I'll always say Pope. Unfortunately, Pope just came too soon. I thought the gimmick was great. I thought the character was great, and I feel like if you had a character like Pope today, whether it's like NXT, WWE, AEW, if you had a character like Pope today, like he'd be like a world champion. But at that time,
he'd be world champion at least twice.
Yeah, there wasn't enough of us, as in like the black community. There wasn't enough of us watching wrestling at the time to pull up and support, and there wasn't enough black wrestlers at the time just in mainstream wrestling for these suits to take a chance on that shit. And so, unfortunately, it just didn't work out.
And Pope was a great promo. He was such a great promo.
For sure. Yeah. He's still a great promo. He's still in great shape.
Yeah, he's in NWA. He's working with he got a program with Mims.
Oh, by the way, not Luchasaurus, but what the fuck's that guy's name? Tyrus. There you go. Tyrus, you ain't shit.
Tyrus.
Still
yeah. Fuck Tyrus. I ain't even talking about that goofball. His coon ass.
That nigga making that Fox News money.
Right. No. But he stole Pope's title away from him right when he got to the point where he was supposed to cash in his title. I think.
Like basically, this dude Corgan decided to roll with Tyrus instead of Pope, and I was riding with Tyrus. Yeah, I see it. I was like, yo, that's my guy. Let Tyrus do his thing. He's a dinosaur. And then he went and said that goofy shit. Like, yo, damn. Like, why you gotta be a fucking coon butter with biscuits?
Now you see why I said don't be on the Tyrus bandwagon. It wasn't because of his wrestling, it's because he's a bitch.
Yeah.
That's actually like one of the cooler aspects of the NWA. I know a lot of people don't watch NWA. NWA's got something called Lucky Number 7. If you're the television champion and you defend it 7 times successfully, you can cash it in for a world title shot. I actually think that's a pretty cool idea. So
yeah, it is. I never heard about that. Okay,
like Pope was on title defense number 7, right? When Tyrus beat him.
Yeah, that was number 7, and then he lost it to Tyrus. Right. Mm-hmm.
That's why I say that.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you defend the title 7 times successfully, you can cash it in for a world title shot. I actually think that's really cool. I think WWE should incorporate something like that to make some of their titles mean more. Like,
hell no. But they need to figure out what they got right now. Like, nothing else new.
I think that's why I think TNA. That's why I say TNA should bring back Option C. I thought that was a good idea.
You actually think this crew We're bring option C when they're selling the shit.
Option C is still a thing, but like they just make it up now. Like the original option C. The original option C was a Destination X exclusive. Like it was at the Destination X pay-per-view where the X Division champion going into the show could take the option to forfeit the title to challenge for the world title. But now their option C is the X Division champion can just theoretically forfeit it at any time to challenge for a world. Like that doesn't make sense. That doesn't work. If it's at any time, it doesn't feel special. Like what?
Watch when WWE buys TNA. That's the very first thing they're gonna pick up. I'm gonna cash in my North American title. I'm gonna cash in option C. Like, wait, what?
And if they was to do that, I'll say this about WWE. Like, I will have them, and I don't want them to have it, but if it is what it is, fuck it. I will have them bring back the Bow for Glory series or
that shit would not work. Not that company.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because they do tournaments anyway.
Yeah,
true. But just do it differently. Do it like round robin style, like the Bow for Glory series.
Bow for Glory series was basically their G1. I didn't even realize that because I wasn't even watching New Japan back then. But
I remember when Joe tried to get a submission every single match. He lost every match. Then
remember, he came from behind and sort of just you get a number of submission wins. Because I think when you get a submission win, you get like 5 points.
Yeah, it's like the most points.
Okay. It was 10 points. Okay, I think it was 10 points for submissions, 5 points for regular pins.
By the way, I just really want to say I like how like the majority of this episode has just been us like reflecting on TNA's better days.
Right.
Like, this is
crazy,
like
right? Because we want TNA. We always wanted TNA to win. Like we love TNA, but. Y'all goofy as hell. Y'all deserve what y'all getting right now.
This is like the unofficial funeral episode of TNA because I already know what time it is. Like I already know what time it is. Like
rename this. I'm going to rename this episode.
You got some fans in now talking about we don't know it's a sale. Like dude, like it's right there. Carlos Silva guy. That's his job. He comes into company to make it viable to make it more attractive, to a buyer. That's what he's doing. Look at all these people leaving. Everyone's leaving. Like you're blind if you don't think it's being sold. Like
Road
it's
Dogg,
over, man.
Road Dogg coming in was your gigantic clue that WWE is thinking about buying the shit.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, you got a point right there, Black Star. Like, what if this dude Triple H told him like, "Yo, go over there," instead of him being like completely released? Because remember, TNA is still under WWE's umbrella. So that's peculiar. Like they let you go creative and on SmackDown, but you end up in TNA, you're still somewhat underneath WWE's umbrella.
Like then when all of a sudden Marie Sade basically got cut from NXT, went straight to TNA. I was like,
then another red flag is another red flag is what's her face. Nothing against her. I'm sure she's a nice lady. Candice Michelle. She's like part of the creative for the Knockouts division.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. That's why she's there. Like, because she was like in the front row, like at one of the episodes, like when they first went to AMC.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And nothing against Candice Michelle, nothing against her. I'm sure she's a nice lady. But she said something, and I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, and again, nothing against her. It's not her fault. But when she said this, I was like, why in the fuck would the company greenlight her to say this? So she said recently, she's really excited about the position and she wants to work the knockouts and stuff. But in the interview, she said she had never watched an episode of TNA Impact in her life. So she knows absolutely nothing. She knows absolutely nothing about TNA, the knockouts division, their history, their legacy. Now, let me ask you something. How many of you would get a job? Like, fuck wrestling, right? How many people do you know would get a job and like a week into the job admit, hey guys, I know nothing about this job, its history, its lore, its legacy.
Basically what I'm doing is faking it till I make it.
Right. Like,
only way that shit works if nepotism is in play. That's the only way that shit will work.
Right.
You should keep your job.
Or if you're
the fact that she said that, like, I don't know what else to tell you. The fact that she said that tells you like this company is getting sold. They're getting like they don't care. They're not even hiding it.
Particularly to WWE, like I said, TKO's buying the shit.
Right.
Yeah. Or just like this dude, what's homie name again? From Imperium. He pulled up over there. Yeah, now he's over there. Right. It's like they slowly but surely, whoever they're not using, whoever they let go, it's like they sent them over there.
That's what I said, XC Nashville.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. But we've been pitching that idea. We've been saying like, yo, whoever you're not using, just send them over there. And I would like if they go all the way with this deal or whatever, if they end up selling to them, TNA Impact, squash that shit. It's a wrap. Y'all need to rename that whole shit. Y'all need a complete rebrand. Like take a few months off.
Again.
You know what I'm saying?
Coming next.
I mean, like, no TNA, no Impact, no nothing. Call that shit Road Dogg Vision. I don't know, but
coming next on AMC, NXT All In. Wait, what?
Something.
Like, huh?
Because that fucking TNA name is so tarnished.
Do you know how many rebrands? Do you know how many rebrands these motherfuckers have done? They don't have an identity.
And the sad part is like
their name is locked into the AMC contract, so they can't. They
probably got. And the sad part, and the sad part is, D'Amore did all that shit to bring the brand back to all that positive feedback, just for this shit to happen again. That's the story of TNA, man. One step forward, two steps back. That's all it's going to be the story of TNA.
Here's a question. Hold on, give me 1 second, Black Soul. Here's a question I gotta ask. Cause, like, remember he asked for the extra money for this relaunch for TNA to go back to his roots or whatever.
Talking about D'Amore?
Yeah. D'Amore, right? Yeah. Like, did he ask for the bread before or after? Because it's like, if you ask for the bread afterwards, why do the whole relaunch and do this whole big campaign about TNA going back to his roots if you knew you wasn't getting the bread? Remember, that's how this whole shit happened. He asked Asylum for the extra bread, and they told him no. Next thing you know, he's packing up his bags and he's leaving.
Here's what happened. They did Bound for Glory a couple of years ago, and then at the very end of Bound for Glory, they did that video vignette showing Kazarian and a bunch of people literally digging up the TNA name. They announced that they were rebranding as TNA. It was a really big deal. Will Ospreay had just finished up with New Japan. People forget Ospreay was a free agent, as was Okada. This was before Okada and Ospreay signed with AEW. So at that time, they were both free agents. Ospreay was a big TNA guy. He always said that in his interviews. That's why he uses the Styles Clash as a tribute to AJ and TNA. And D'Amore was trying to get them. He was trying to get Ospreay. He was trying to get Okada, among others. And of course, to get those kind of names, you have to put out
you need major
bucks, right? And then if you remember, after they rebranded into TNA, they took a break. Remember, they like went off TV for a bit. And then people were confused. It was like, wait a minute, why would you bring back the TNA name to such positive fanfare and just shelve it for like 2 months? What was going on was they was trying to figure out the finances, and that's what Sandman was referring to. So what I think personally happened is I think during that 2 month, 3 month, however long it was, I think that's when they got in contact with WWE. And that's what probably happened. And then, you know, D'Amore, he put in his walking papers, they quote unquote fired him, remember? And then they did that. I forgot there was a report that went out where it said like a lot of the wrestlers got together and they like wrote a note to Anthem where they basically were telling Anthem to like reconsider to please bring back like D'Amore. And Anthem basically told him to fuck off. And after that, from that point on, that's when you start seeing like everybody leave. Joe went to WWE. Jordan Grace with the WWE. Josh Alexander went to AEW. Jake Something went to AEW. And you just started seeing all these people just leave. And
that is the worst name in wrestling history. That's still the worst name in wrestling history. Jake Something. What the fuck is that?
Jake Something.
and that's the thing I'm saying is like, if you knew Not you, but if this dude the more knew he wasn't gonna get the bread to fully launch the rebirth of TNA. Why even go through the whole the whole campaign and to begin with? You just basically wasted everybody's time.
I think the reason why D'Amore got fired was because D'Amore was willing to buy TNA from Anthem.
Yeah, I think so too.
He was a threat. And then another reason too is I feel that way is right before they officially announced the WWE relationship, all of there weren't that many loyal TNA people, like 100% TNA people, but all the loyal TNA people that were left, they all got packed up right before the announcement came. D'Amore was gone, Gail Kim was gone, JB. I think JB he was already with them.
Yeah, JB, he been out there about then.
So there's none of the loyal folks are left. Like none of those day one people are there. So it's like, okay, well, who's there to really look after the brand and support the brand? Nobody. And that's exactly what they want, because they don't have a plan or a vision for TNA, because the ultimate end game is WWE is going to buy it. They're going to buy it for that tape library. WWE,
NXT all in.
Yeah.
Come next, NXT all in. Wait, what? Like that?
Them motherfuckers got enough pay-per-views and PLEs, B. They don't need no more.
Shit, like that?
Shit. But anyway, let's get up out of here.
Short show.
Yeah, pretty short show, because shit, we got a long weekend.
Yeah.
We got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Got, NXT, we got more WWE news, we got AEW, MLW, a lot of things going on, B. Good time to be a wrestling fan.
That reminds me, Sandman. I gotta do the tell him Sandman on Friday.
Oh yeah, when I say the MLW call, we're gonna talk about the MLW called on Friday. Well, enjoy the rest of y'all week. Y'all stay safe out there. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Friday.
All right.
Appreciate all of y'all. Appreciate you, Ballet, C-Flu. You know what I'm saying? All of y'all are awesome. You already know the vibes. 12 likes. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all that's gonna watch the uploads. Appreciate y'all too that's gonna watch the uploads. Make sure you hit the thumbs up too when y'all watch the uploads. Whoa! Let's get up out of here. I'm tired. Peace out. Motherfucker.
Let's get litty and make this a celebration. Yeah, I feel amazing. Bartender keep me racing. Put your drinking glasses high in the sky. Let them know you're blessed and you really love life.